What if Ahsoka Season 2 isn't actually the end of a story? What if it's the beginning of something much bigger? I think Star Wars could be building toward its own version of Avengers Endgame, a massive crossover movie where characters from across this entire era of Star Wars finally come together to face one enemy. And the enemy is not Thrawn. This is where my theory gets interesting. I don't think Thrawn's ultimate goal is simply to restore the Empire. I think there's a much bigger reason behind it. So, let's get into it. Look at everything that has been introduced through The Mandalorian, Ahsoka, the Book of Boba Fett, and the other post-Return of the Jedi stories. We have Ahsoka, Sabine, Ezra, Din Djarin, the Mandalorians, the New Republic, and Luke Skywalker. And now, most importantly, Thrawn is back, declaring war on the galaxy. But Ahsoka also introduced something incredibly important: the mysterious galaxy of Peridea. That's where I think the story gets much bigger. And I'm not even going to be adding in the Abeloth and mystical side to it. I'm focused more on what's going to happen in the main galaxy. Peridea isn't just some random galaxy far away. It's connected to the origins of the Great Mothers, the Night Sisters, and potentially something much more dangerous coming from that region of space. And what if Thrawn knows exactly what's coming? What if he's known for years? Here's my theory. Thrawn didn't serve the Empire because he believed the Empire was good. He served the Empire because he believed the Empire was useful. Remember, Thrawn is a Chiss. His real priority has always been the survival of the Chiss ascendancy, which we will see in live action. And if Thrawn discovered that a massive invading force was coming from beyond the known galaxy, an enemy powerful enough to threaten the Chiss, then suddenly the Empire makes a lot more sense. The Empire had the military, ships, resources, endless amounts of soldiers, and the ability to wage a massive galactic war. So what if Thrawn's original plan was never simply restore the Empire? What if it's restore the Empire because it's the only force powerful enough to protect the galaxy from what's coming? And this is where my theory connects to Heir to the Empire, the Yuuzhan Vong. In Legends, the Yuuzhan Vong were an invading civilization that came from outside the galaxy. See where I'm getting at here, guys? They weren't just another group of Sith or another Imperial faction. They were an entirely different kind of threat. Another faction. And I think Star Wars could potentially adapt that idea without directly copying Legends. Maybe the Yuuzhan Vong, or a version of that invading force, are connected to the mysterious regions beyond Peridea. And Thrawn knows they're coming. That's why he's rebuilding, that's why he wants the Empire, and that's why he's declaring war once again on the Rebel Alliance. And that's why he's willing to become the villain. Thrawn's perspective, the New Republic isn't prepared for what's coming, and these shows have made it very clear the New Republic is a mess. They're not organized, they're not structured like the Empire was. And this is where I think Ahsoka Season 2 could lead to something enormous. Imagine Thrawn successfully rebuilding the Imperial forces. The New Republic declares him the greatest threat in the galaxy. Ahsoka, Sabine, and Ezra are trying to stop him. You get the Mandalorians involved, you get Luke Skywalker involved, the New Republic, and eventually everyone realizes Thrawn was right about one thing. They will stop Thrawn. They will end the Empire again. But Thrawn was right about something much worse is coming. That's when Star Wars gets its Avengers style moment. All of these characters we've been following for years finally come together. Not because they suddenly like each other, but because they have no choice. And the final battle isn't simply heroes versus Empire. It's the entire galaxy fighting for survival. And Thrawn could ultimately be defeated, not because his threat wasn't real, but because his methods were unacceptable. He wanted to save the galaxy by restoring an authoritarian empire. The heroes believe the galaxy can survive without becoming the thing it's fighting against. And that's where I think Star Wars could create its own adaptation of Heir to the Empire. Not a direct remake, not the exact legend story, but an adaptation of the idea. Thrawn returns, the Empire rises again, the heroes unite, and behind everything is an even greater threat coming from beyond the galaxy. If Ahsoka Season 2 is the beginning of this, then I don't think we're watching the next Star Wars chapter. I think we're watching Star Wars build towards its endgame. Am I onto something here, guys? Let me know what you think down in the comments if you like this theory and get excited about where Star Wars could be heading, because I think they've been trying to get here for a long time. Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau, they have this vision. He's doing Heir to the Empire, and how can you do Heir to the Empire without the third faction, the Grisk, Yuuzhan Vong coming in? Let's mix it up. Let's get Star Wars fans excited with another threat to go to the movies. Bring in Mara Jade and all these Heir to the Empire characters. Recast Luke, Han, and Leia. I mean, gets me excited. Again, like and subscribe if you're down with this theory. And check out my other videos for more Star Wars content. May the Force be with you guys.